Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to talk about something called the laws of logarithms. And last one we did, I think, properties of logarithms. And the laws are a lot like properties too. They're just more, I guess, rules. But these will be useful again in solving exponential and logarithmic equations. And so let's get to it. I've got the laws written in our notes. These are called the laws of logarithms, and here's how they work. All right, so let me explain this. All right, so what you're looking at here is you can expand a logarithm that has a product. Notice inside the argument here, AB is a product. And it can be expanded to be log base A of A plus log base A of B. All right, because remember when you're multiplying exponents, you add your exponents. Because remember, logarithms represent exponents. That's what they are. So we have log base A of A divided by B, and we know when we divide, we subtract our exponents. So that's one way you can memorize this. So you'd have log base A of A minus log base A of B. And remember, they had the same base. So if we're going in the other direction, because we will have to do that, we'll have to take something like this and condense it. And that'll be useful in an equation solving process. You can only condense those that have the same bases. And notice that's an A, that's an A. So be careful. All right, now this is saying log base A of A in this argument. A is raised to a power of C, then C can be moved out front. That's going to be super useful for us too, because remember, we are oftentimes trying to get the exponent as our variable we're solving for with exponential equations, and if we take the log of both sides, which we've talked about a little bit before, this number 3 here is going to be a super useful tool. All right, so the first skill we need to practice to be able to solve these equations, whether they be exponential or logarithmic, is to move things around and get used to using these properties. Okay, so I'm going to work these out with you. I think we've got two to do here, and then we'll do two. So we're going to do two condensing, and then we'll do two expanding. And I think the ones I've chosen to do are probably maybe worse than the ones you'll get in your assignment. So if you can do these, you can do them all. All right, so let's get right to it here. If we can put that on our clipboard and go to work. Let's see. So we got 3 log x plus 1/2 log x plus 1. All right, so we're going to use law 3 to move this 3 as an exponent, because remember, if it can be written this way, we can also write it as log of x cubed. Plus, if there's a number out front, it can become an exponent by law 3. So we'll call this x plus 1 to 1/2. Now, a lot of times when you see the 1/2 power, they're going to call that a square root. All right, so it can also be written as the square root. All right, so now we got log base 10, but it's just a common log, x cubed plus common log x plus 1 to the 1/2. This sum can be written as a product inside the argument. So we could write this as log of x cubed times. Now we'll call this the square root just to mix things up and to make sure you realize it can be done both ways. And that would be a done deal. All right, so that's how you condense one, but expanding, you would just go the other direction. See that product, you turn it to a sum. And you got to remember, when you see radicals, they can be written as rational exponents. All right, the next one we want to work on, a little bit more complicated maybe, and it's using the natural log. And again, I apologize that this equation editor I'm using uses script, and I just haven't taken the time to straighten up that being a script natural log, and it's not usually a script, but I don't think it's going to hurt anything for us just to pretend. All right, so let's clear this out and do one more. So this time we've got 3 natural log of s. And I don't like s as variables a lot because they look like 5s. Or when I write them, they do. Plus 1/2 natural log of t minus 4 natural log of t squared plus 1. All right, one step at a time here. First off, let's move our numbers in the front up as exponents. And we got 3 of them that we can do. All right, so I can call this natural log of s cubed plus natural log, that's t to the 1/2, but we could just call it the square root of t, right? And save us a step. Minus, I'm going to leave the minus here for now and just call that a 4. Like that. All right, now it's time to work on, this is a product, and it's divided by this number right here. So what we want to do is write it as the natural log of s cubed root t minus natural log t squared plus 1 to the 4th. And then finally, this can be a quotient. And our final answer is going to look like this. I'm kind of getting low on space. Let's put it right here. Natural log, big parenthesis. Oh, come on. I'll put it over here. Natural log of s cubed square root of t divided by t squared plus 1, close, close. So that was that quotient, and this right here is just a mistake. All right, that got a little long. I'll see you in the next one. We're going to undo this process. So that's condensing, and we're going to expand some in the next. And if you could do these, you'll be able to handle the ones in the problem set, okay? All right, I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.